The Perth Orioles and the Adelaide Ravens launch round one of the 1998 Commonwealth Bank Trophy, coming to you from the Challenge Stadium in Perth. Hello and welcome to the ABC's first Saturday netball program of the year. I'm Simone Thurtell. Well, in 1997, the Orioles and the Ravens played each other twice, each team going away with a win. So we're set for a great match this afternoon. Joining me in commentary this afternoon is former Australian representative Monica Krafcek. Monica, welcome to the coverage. At the beginning of a season, teams can often be a bit tentative. What do you expect to see this afternoon?
Yes, Simone, tentative is the correct word, and perhaps a touch nervous as well, but those nerves will subside once that first whistle goes. Both coaches respectively, Di McDonald for the Perth Orioles and Pat Micken for the Adelaide Ravens, are chomping at the bit to get their charges on court. As you've said, a great game here today.
Well, let's take a look at the team sheets now. For the Orioles, Kerry Duff and Annette Paulson are really going to have to step up their shooting rate this season if their team is to make it to the semi-finals. Sally Browning and Alison Tucker will be looking to make that a difficult task today. The battle of the centre court should be interesting to watch. No doubt Henderson and Grant will be looking to involve Ravens newcomer Audine Cobb as much as they can. Sloan, Senor and Warland will have the tough job of slowing them down. Orioles goalkeeper Diane Ring has the task of shutting down Ravens goal attack Anna Colbeck, but perhaps the best clash of the day will be in the circle between two of the more experienced campaigners on court, Sally Ironmonger and Jenny Borlase. Di McDonald lines up for another season with the Orioles, while it's first time out with the Ravens for new coach Pat Micken.
I think tonight it's going to be a case of just consolidating on what we built on last year, and also fighting the match out right to the end. It's going to be a tough game, always is, and we've built up a good rivalry with Ravens, I think, over the last 12 months, so that'll be interesting to see how that happens. Personally, it's just going to be a case of focusing on the job that I have to do and trying to get through all four quarters in one piece.
In tonight's game, the Mazda Ravens will be just looking for basically a good win against the Orioles. We'll be looking to go in confidently. The team in general is very excited to be on court finally after a very tough pre-season, and we're looking to take one game at a time, and this is an important game for us, so got a lot of respect for the Perth Orioles, and it's expecting a really tough tussle. Personally, I've got a tough game also against Sally Ironmonger, one of the really top defenders in the Commonwealth Bank Trophy League, and I'll be having to do my best to move Sally around, and also plan to be putting up a lot of shots for the Ravens.
And Julianne Sloan gets the first quarter underway for the Orioles. The Orioles will be running from right to left of your screen, and they're the ones in the lime green and black. Henderson.
Cobb on to Browning. Browning back to Audine Cobb, first-time player for the Ravens here this afternoon.
Jenny Borlase to take her first shot of the match and is successful. So it's a goal apiece in the first quarter. Sloan, Paulson, onto Senor, bounce pass there.
Good entry at the moment from the Perth Orioles into the forward line.
And Kerry Duff and Annette Paulson really going to have to shoot well tonight for the Perth Orioles and keep them in touch with the Ravens. Our umpires tonight are Nola Kalnan and Jackie Jashari, keeping a close eye on what goes out on court.
Borlase setting up on the baseline. Ring with the attempt, but it stands for Borlase. 2-all at the moment. Had 1 3/4 minutes of this first quarter.
Advantage obstruction, goal defender.
Into Duff. Pass off to Paulson.
Obstruction, pass the shot.
And Sally Browning there just infringing. And Paulson makes no mistake. The Orioles take the lead by 1. Cobb, Borlase, higher ball there onto Grant. And Anna Colbeck. That's a confident goal there from Colbeck.
An Orioles centre pass.
Julianne Sloan takes the centre pass onto Warland. Duff back to Senor.
Advantage, contact way.
Sloan working hard here. But it's an intercept there from Danny Grant. Ravens on the attack.
Tip from Tucker there, Simone, and Grant picked up the crumbs.
Borlase. And she's off target with that one. So the Orioles have a chance to peg another one back here with 3 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Paulson. Warland. Onto Sloan. Long high ball into net. Paulson.
Advantage contact.
Oh. And Sally Ironmonger had her Vegemite this morning. That was quite a amazing pass, that one. Straight, almost trying to score the goal herself, I think.
Advantage obstruction.
Defenders love that long ball into the forward line. I think she spotted Paulson and was just hoping in the end there.
Orioles.
Off hands, Ravens. Orioles sideline throw in. 9-11 the overall scoreline. Just under 2.5 minutes remaining in this first term. Long option, Duff. Screen set up by Paulson. Did it well. Duff finishes off.
So the Orioles are on their way back. The difference now just 1. The Adelaide Ravens out 11 to 10. Ravens with the centre. Duff onto Grant onto Cobb. Borlase back to Grant. Grant with the quick bounce pass into Borlase, but it's off target, and Ironmonger picks up the scraps.
Goal defender.
So the Orioles with a chance to level. Sloan.
Advantage obstruction.
Out to Ironmonger.
Advantage obstruction.
Into Sloan. Duff's out of the circle.
Contact.
Oh, and a bit of contact there. Sloan goes down. She seems to be okay, though. Duff working well with Sloan. Not quite dropping for Duff, and the Ravens come away with it.
Advantage obstruction.
Chance there for the Orioles to equal the score, but it was turned over by Tucker. Grant, a lot of congestion in the forward line. Grant steps it on quickly. 2 Ravens players had space within each other, 3 feet.
Borlase will get a second shot at that one. And she gets it, so with less than a minute remaining. The visitors are out by 2. The Ravens 12 to 10. The Orioles have a chance to peg another one back. Paulson working well in the air. Oh,
Contact. Half a shot.
contact over the back there on Kerry Duff. Tucker to stand aside.
Raven centre.
And Duff is successful. So with 1 in it, the Ravens take the centre pass. Grant. Out to Henderson. Cobb not being able to take that one, so the Orioles have the chance to level it up just before quarter time. Timekeeper's up. The Orioles have the throw in, but they're going to have to hurry if they want to level this. Quite an even first quarter. The Ravens are up by 1, 12 goals to 11. And with 10.5 minutes remaining in this second quarter, the Ravens are out by 2.
Move back, please. In line, yep.
Cobb being taken out. Borlase. Stationary stance.
And we can see there that Sally Ironmonger with 3 intercepts. All 3 of the Orioles intercepts, in fact. 16 to 13 now. The Ravens out by 3. The Orioles need to stay in touch. Paulson. Onto Warland. Senor to Paulson. Back to Duff. And again, a long-range goal there, but Kerry Duff very confident and won well. Grant. Out to Cobb.
Contact centre. Penalty.
Grant looking for Borlase. She couldn't get free, but she found Colbeck. Oh, and Borlase.
No, obstruction, pass the shot. I'm counting.
Borlase with the attempted goal there, but Sally Ironmonger with the infringement. Ravens with the goal. They're out by 3 again. Sloan, Senor. Out to Duff. She looks for Paulson. Bounce pass. And great work from Danny Grant there. Gets their hands in. Julianne Sloan not able to take the pass. Cobb. The Ravens looking to work quickly down the court. Long high ball to Grant. Into Colbeck. And that's a more confident attempt there from Anna Colbeck.
5 from 9 for Anna Colbeck. Overall score 14-18. Colbeck.
It was a nice bounce pass then from Danny Grant into Colbeck, and she finished off well. Borlays on the attack for the Ravens.
Orioles.
Can't quite get hands on the rebound, so it's a throw in to the Orioles. Sloan back to Ironmonger. Looks wide for Paulson, then down for Senor. Duff gets it in the circle. 3 feet obstruction there, and that's one of those new rules. Kerry Duff can move anywhere within line, sideline to sideline of where the infringement occurred.
And the Orioles players have really moved that quickly, haven't they? That penalty, when it's called, you've seen Duff on numerous occasions take it right under the post. Another one there to the Perth Orioles, 16-18. Marden, 2 at the moment. Ball with the Ravens, ball ace. Ravens captain takes it, Colbeck free.
But again, Ironmonger with the hands in there, making it very, very difficult for Colbeck. But she is successful with her attempt. Ravens out by 3. Senor. High ball onto Sloan. In the circle for Paulson. But it's great work from Sally Browning.
Browning got the tip, the touch, and collected the intercept. Henderson moves it forward. Grant again to Cobb. Borlays has been in everything here this afternoon. Colbeck unselfishly to her captain, right under the post.
Ravens.
And with just under 7 minutes remaining in the second quarter, the Ravens are out by 4. They lead 20-16, and they have the centre pass. But again, good work there from Michelle Wallen.
Centre contact.
And quite a heavy contact there it was
Give her the ball,
as well. Let's take a look. Very solid, Danny Grant.
Didn't pull out at all, young Danny Grant.
Just shows the commitment of the Ravens.
Just side centre and contact.
Grant into Borlays. Working well together.
Held ball.
Held ball's being called. That's not a goal there for the Ravens, so great work again from Sally Ironmonger.
Contact wing.
So we see there she's successful with the goal, but she was called held ball before that. Goal doesn't count. Down the other end now with the Orioles.
Settle pass. That's it.
And Paulson gets a second shot.
Obstruction, both players out.
2 attempts.
Both Ravens defenders in a bit of trouble, and Paulson can't get the third attempt there.
Contact called on Paulson. 16-20, the overall scoreline. 5 3/4 minutes remaining in this second quarter. The ball with Alison Tucker.
Danny Grant. Onto Cobb.
Advantage offside obstruction.
Cobb
Advantage.
high ball back to Grant.
Contact, keeper. Pass the shot.
Covering a lot
Move
of
off the
ground is
goalkeeper.
Danny Grant.
Move
She's
back,
a very
step
hard
back, please. Move
worker.
off the goalkeeper.
Borlays with a long range shot.
Throw
She's
in.
not successful, so it's a throw in to the Orioles. Diane Ring. Into Julianne Sloan. Out to Ironmonger. Short ball to Senor. Duff. With 5 minutes to go, the Ravens out by 4, 20-16. And it's a contact on the Orioles, so the Ravens now on attack. Cobb to Borlays. Grant looking into the circle, but out to Cobb. Colbeck and Cobb working well to improve Colbeck's position.
Orioles.
And she's successful with the attempt. So the Ravens now out by 5.
Time, please.
The time is being called. Waveney Senor here, just with a problem. Getting the Ventolin, seems she's an asthmatic here. We're ready to take the centre pass again, and Julie Sloan gets us back underway. Out to Paulson, Senor, into Duff.
Contact.
Contact is called there on Grant. Senor. Grant into Paulson. And Paulson with the offence there. So the Ravens take it down court onto Cobb. Grant out to Colbeck. Cobb into Borlase.
Outside wing.
And Borlase's attempt is successful.
Jackie Jashari, the umpire on the left-hand side of the screen, is allowing good contest for the Oriole defenders. Being an ex-defender, I like to see that, Simone, that the attackers are made to work hard. Borlase has it. Mid-range shot. Ironmonger waits again to jump. Not on this occasion. Stands for the Adelaide Ravens. 16 plays 23. Ravens out by 7. Just under 3.5 minutes remaining in this second quarter.
Sloan looks for Senor at the other side of the circle. And again, a high long ball, which is intercepted there from Alison Tucker.
Colbeck has it. Borlase balances well.
Contact. Keeper. Half shot.
And it was on that occasion.
Yes.
Borlase stopped. Smack bang in front of Ring. Went into Borlase's back. Could not convert, but Colbeck takes the rebound. Under the post. Puts it in for the Ravens.
And all of a sudden, this lead has skipped out to 8. The Orioles really need to get some goals on the board and stay in contact with the Ravens.
Contact centre. Penalty.
And again, Danny Grant involved in quite a heavy contact there.
Contact, keeper. Yep, pass the shot.
Let's take a look at it. Oh! Straight into Julianne Sloan there, and the goal is successful for the Ravens. 25-16. The Ravens out. Sloan to Senor. Duff with some good aerial work. Back to Sloan.
Contact, keeper. Sorry, goal defender.
Sloan finds Duff. Oh, bit lucky there, Kerry Duff. And that's a good goal there for the Orioles. With under 2 minutes remaining, 25-17, the Ravens lead.
Advantage obstruction.
Borlase, top of the circle. Cobb takes it well. Borlase chasing. Gathers the ball. Cobb once again. Colbeck gave the space to Borlase. Good thinking there from the young player. And in turn, Borlase gave the space to Colbeck. We have a replayed ball. Ring to take it. Ironmonger. Will she use the sideline? No. Warland used instead. Now Ironmonger. Senor, long way out of her area. Duff loses control. Turnover. Oh, almost snaffled there by Warland. Held ball called on Audine Cobb's pass. It's a very quick held ball. 17 plays 25. Counting down almost to the last minute of this second term.
Inside the last minute. And Kerry Duff looking for support there. Back to Ironmonger. Paulson.
Wing defender, you're holding.
Wing defender's being called for holding there. Duff will take the shot. And is successful. So the score now 25-18. But with under a minute remaining, the Orioles really need to get another goal to boost their confidence going into the second half. Senor into Duff. Paulson. Sloan. And great hands there from Alison Tucker. It's a good time for an intercept. Danny Grant, quick on the feet.
Outside.
And a very quick transition there from the Ravens. Finished off by Anna Colbeck. 26-18, the Ravens. Timekeepers up.
Hold time, please.
Noel McCallon has called hold time.
Spanish break, wing defender.
But Danny Grant takes the centre pass. And time has been called. At the end of the second quarter, the Ravens lead 26-18. The Perth Orioles are confident of improving on what was a solid 1997. Should they fall short of their target of making the top 4 this year, it won't be because coach Di McDonald wasn't pushing.
Go. Come on, push it hard, push it out. Good work. Lovely hands. Good work, Michelle. This year, what we hope to achieve is exactly what we set out to do last year with one more step. I mean, we set our aims and objectives to be a competitive side while establishing our National League here in WA, and I felt we did that. We certainly earned a healthy respect from the opposition with our competitiveness, but we need to take it one more step and actually nail a place in that Final Four. Keep it going, keep it going. Stop. I take the pressure as a healthy pressure. It's a stimulating pressure. I certainly won't let that pressure, you know, force me into a situation where I don't want to be involved or I don't enjoy the sport. But as far as a coaching career, in all, you know, it's just a way of life, as in that you just got to take the good with the bad, and that's just the way it is. Do
you think with all the coaching courses you've done and the practical experience in coaching that you've evolved your own philosophy?
I have so many different philosophies. They change as I grow and as I change. But probably one philosophy that continues to stay with me, especially since I lost my brother last year to cancer, which was a traumatic year for me personally, was that just to be a better person today than what I was yesterday. And I employ that onto my athletes.
Self-assessment time. What do you think you do well as a coach?
Yeah, it's funny you should ask this, because when I do the one-to-one interviews with the athletes, I'm always saying to them that every time I ask about your strengths and weaknesses, you can give me a list this long about your weaknesses and you find it difficult to assess your strengths. You should know your strengths, just stuff like that, and you've just asked me the same thing. I do know my strengths, but probably what I enjoy doing the most is to see an athlete put 110% out and come off a netball court knowing they gave it everything, win, lose or draw.
And time is called. The Perth Orioles are absolutely overjoyed.
I'm not an outcome person. I'm very much a process person. I like to take care of the process and let the outcome take care of itself. And it's about feeling good about yourself. So I think what I do well is keep an athlete honest and to get the best out of their performance as they can, to take responsibility for that. It's a two-way street. Coming from an athletic background myself and being a player, I know exactly how they feel and where they're coming from, and one of the weaknesses is that sometimes I forget that. I forget that sometimes, and I tend to push them, you know, a little bit hard.
And do you have ambitions to be WA's next Australian coach?
No, I would have to be honest with you, Steve. I have no ambition at this point in time to be that. The only ambition that I have in netball is to make a difference to netball in WA.
And Julianne Sloan gets the third quarter underway for the Orioles. Actually, there's been a change made there. It's Nielsen. Pepper Nielsen is now in the centre position for the Orioles. And Kylie Chamberlain there has also come on in the goal shooting position, and she starts very confidently, gets the Orioles on the board early in the third quarter.
It's more changes to this Orioles lineup, Simone, than a game of chess, as you said. Chamberlain in at goal shooter, Pepper Nielsen in at centre. Roxanne Edwards into goal defence. Dyring is off now. She was in goalkeeper in that first and second quarter. Kerry Duff is also off. Sally Ironmonger's gone to goalkeeper. And Julianne Sloan is off from the centre position. Borlase with the shot. 19 plays 27. We've played almost 1 minute of this third quarter. Ravens statistics there, 69% for the Ravens. Both shooters respectively shooting okay.
57% there from the goal attack from the Orioles. Annette Poulsen, she needs to lift that rating a little if her team are to get back into this match. Borlase is successful with that attempt. So it's 28-19, and the Orioles really, the defence needs to step up. They need to stop this flow of goals from the Ravens.
Having said that, though, Simone, they really can't put all that pressure on Sally Ironmonger, and I think perhaps that's where Coach Di McDonald's asking for her younger defenders, Warland, also to put pressure on.
Contact. Keeper.
Paulson to Chamberlain. Chamberlain now has it. Steadies, drops it in for the Orioles. 20 plays 28, and Nielsen in at centre in this third quarter will take the Orioles centre pass. Turns, uses Warland. Was one of the few players that wasn't changed. Paulson once again, back out, Nielsen. Chamberlain getting a lot of attention there from Tucker. Paulson comes through strong. Browning out for the penalty for the Ravens. Orioles take the shot. 21 plays 28. The margin narrowed now from the half-time break. Down by 7, the Perth Orioles. Ravens.
Borley is looking to use Grant there and has in fact passed to Nielsen. So the Orioles on the attack. Chamberlain, hard pass into Paulson. She did very well to keep that in play, and back to Chamberlain. And Kylie Chamberlain's hot in this third quarter. She's yet to miss an attempt. She played quite a few games for the Orioles last season and will really benefit from the experience that she gained there. As we take a look at a replay, Chamberlain with the long-range goal there, high arc, and lots of net in that goal. So she brings her team back within 6, 28-22, the Ravens leading. High ball to Henderson. Grant. Looking for Cobb. Back to Borlase. Grant. Into Colbeck. And that one just drops in there for Anna Colbeck. Ravens out by 7, 29-22. Danny Grant with the centre pass. Cobb. Borlase working with Grant. Long ball back into the centre third there to Browning.
Contract wing.
Grant onto Cobb. Grant with the bounce pass attempt there, but it wasn't quite successful, and the Orioles have the turnover. Nielsen to Chamberlain. Senor with a great pass into Paulson. Chamberlain with the shot. And the changes in the lineup for the Orioles really seems to have injected some life into their lineup. Nielsen and Chamberlain working very well together. Warland. Senor. Paulson. Just a little bit too wide there for Kylie Chamberlain. And Alison Tucker will take the throw in.
Contact, goal attack.
Tucker moves it a bit forward. Henderson, long-standing member of the South Australian state side, is Trudy Henderson. Takes it once again from Anna Colbeck. 14 Cobb, ex-member of the Adelaide Thunderbirds, now with the Adelaide Ravens. She switched camp for season 98. Grant has it on the baseline. Just out from the goal circle. Colbeck to the space, but too wide for Cobb. Not on at all, that pass to Audine Cobb. She gave chase, but the turnover there to the Perth Orioles. Ironmonger takes it, drops it nicely to Warland. Roxy Edwards has the space. Paulson.
Senor. High floating pass there into Paulson. She dishes off to Chamberlain. First miss for Kylie Chamberlain there. But the Orioles will get another chance for this goal. And Annette Paulson is successful. So the Orioles back within 5 with 9 minutes remaining in this third quarter. Waveney Senor's taken a tumble, but she seems to be okay. Borlase to Cobb. Ooh. But the high pass didn't work there, and Sally Ironmonger with a relatively easy intercept.
Hold time, please. Get a towel.
Time's been called here. As I mentioned, Waveney Senor had a tumble.
But action now with the Adelaide Ravens. Cobb steps on quickly. Colbeck came to the pass, moved forward, did it well. Grant balances within the 3 seconds. A high, well-placed pass there from Colbeck to Grant. Borlase with the penalty shot. Again, a mid-range shot for Borlase. Good one to the Ravens. 24 plays 30, margin 6 now. Just over 8 minutes remaining in this third term. Stats you can see, Borlase shooting at 71%, 20 from 28 attempts now to Colbeck, 10 from 14. So both Ravens shooters are in sync with each other here this afternoon as we see a goal drop to the Perth Orioles, 25 plays 30.
Goal defender, hold.
Kylie Chamberlain here, we can see, works well with Paulson under the ring, and she makes no mistake.
Throw in.
She's playing quite well.
This side.
Kylie Chamberlain, very confident with her shooting that we've seen in this third quarter. Ravens with the throw-in.
Contact wing.
Grant into Borlase. And Jenny Borlase, always consistent, keeps her team out by 6. 31-25, the Ravens lead. Senor to Paulson.
Contact. Your hands are up. Yep. Outside.
Contact
Penalty.
there from Sally Browning. Senor takes the shot. The pass into Paulson, who takes the shot. And the Orioles trying to stay in contact here with the Ravens. Oh, and Nielsen there called for an obstruction.
Contact wing defender.
The Ravens looking to get into the circle. Roxanne Edwards doing well to get the hands in, trying to unsettle the Adelaide shooters. And just rimming out there for Jenny Borlase.
Goes in for the attempt of the rebound, gets a second chance at a contact called on Roxy Edwards. Well done from Roxy Edwards as well to follow up. Makes it hard for Borlase. Jenny Borlase would not be happy with that easy shot under the post. Gone missing for the Ravens, but it's still in the attack line for the Adelaide Ravens. Grant has it.
As we take a look at the rebounds there, the Orioles out by 1, 3-2.
Colbeck has it.
Advantage obstruction, goal defender.
And you heard umpire Nola Cowland say advantage obstruction, 26 plays 32. Margin back out to 8.
As Nielsen takes the centre pass.
Sorry, correction, 6. I can't add up, Simone.
So it's 32 to the Ravens, 26 to the Orioles. Senor takes the throw in for the Orioles.
Centre, Ravens.
A high pass to Paulson, who takes the long range shot and makes it. With just under 5.5 minutes left in this third quarter, the Ravens out 32-27. And on the attack with Jenny Borlase in the circle, taking the long-range goal. And she's successful.
How confident was Jenny Borlase's shot? Ironmonger stood out. 27 plays 33. Nielsen.
Advantage obstruction.
Hands over the ball there from Grant and Colbeck. Paulson in the Orioles goal circle, takes it once again strongly. Forward of Tucker. Sinks that for the Orioles. 28 plays 33.
Difference is 5 as the Ravens take the centre pass. Colbeck onto Cobb. Grant, long ball across the circle to Cobb. She can't gather it in, but the offside's been called, so it's a free pass to the Ravens.
Advantage contact.
Colbeck. Ironmonger working hard for the rebound and has got it. So the Orioles on the attack. And that's exactly what they need. They need to really stop the Ravens on a couple of these trips down the court. Get themselves back into this match. Their shooters are doing well. Good feeding pass there from Chamberlain into Paulson. And Paulson does the right thing and scores the goal, so it's now 33-29, the Ravens leading, but the Orioles have the centre pass and another chance to get that margin down again.
You're right.
Umpire Jackie Jashari there indicating
You're right. No, you're right.
Danny Grant needs to stand out for obstruction. Senor onto Chamberlain, who's done well in this third term coming on. Good attempt there from Henderson, but it fell the way of Chamberlain. Ball hops back out of the ring, is rebounded by the Ravens. Long one, Henderson. And Tucker working it down. The corridor was wide open and Borlase picked up the crumbs.
Clever work there from Jenny Borlase, just batting that pass on. Colbeck to Grant. And Colbeck with the shot. Quite confident, these Ravens shooters. They're taking them from quite a distance in the circle.
Colbeck at the moment 12 from 18. Ball with Borlase, back out to Grant, took the option in the pocket. But a contact called on Edwards, standing out. Colbeck once again. 29 plays 35, just over. 2.5 minutes remaining in this third term.
Nielsen for Senor, back to Nielsen.
Advantage obstruction.
Senor with the jump pass over to Chamberlain.
Advantage upside, wing.
Senor doing well to keep it balanced. Great
take.
intercept there from Alison Tucker. And that's the kind of defensive work that Ravens coach Pat Micken would love to see. And Jenny Borlase doing the right thing at the other end, and in fact applauding the take there from Alison Tucker, which really helped for that goal.
Orioles with 8 intercepts, Ravens with 16, so double the amount of intercepts there for the Adelaide Ravens.
And all of a sudden, the Ravens are on a roll again. They're out by 8, 37-29. The Orioles really need to get a couple of goals on the board with only a minute and a half remaining in this third quarter. Strong rebound there from Kylie Chamberlain.
Advantage obstruction.
And she gets the goal as well, so good work there from Kylie Chamberlain. Brings the team back within 7. And the crowd certainly get behind her as well.
Advantage offside.
Great pass there from Cobb, good take from Colbeck. And she finishes it off for the Adelaide Ravens. 30 plays 38. Nielsen once again turns, this time uses a defender
Advantage obstruction.
in the
goal
centre
attack.
pass. That was Roxanne Edwards. Chamberlain threw it back out to Senor. Great work there by Paulson. Finished off well.
A bit of a wry smile there from Annette Paulson.
Great goal attack.
She took that goal off balance and it went in. It's just the bit of luck that perhaps the Orioles need. Let's take a look. Barely had time to set herself, I don't think she did, and she just let the ball off there and she's got the goal.
Contact.
Tumble down there in the forward end. Adelaide Ravens player
Hold time,
14
please.
Cobb is holding time, asking again for the court to be mopped, precautionary measure.
And it's been quite a physical match. Both teams are very committed to their defence and attack. There's Pat Micken making a few notes, I'd say, for third quarter time.
While she said it was physical, there's no animosity in it. There's been a strong contest to the ball, and players, yes, have put their bodies in, but they've done it with fairness as well.
And the umpires, Nola Kalnan and Jackie Jashari, doing a great job to keep this match flowing. Senor onto Chamberlain, but it's through their hands, but she regains possession. Senor to Chamberlain. Timekeeper's up inside the last minute of this third quarter. And in fact, time has been called. So there's a 7-goal difference. The Ravens still out 39-32 at three-quarter time. And Danny Grant into the centre. She takes the centre pass and gets the final quarter of this match between the Ravens and the Orioles underway. Colbeck into Grant. Borlase out to Cobb. As we take a look at those shooting statistics.
Contact centre.
Colbeck dropping there a percentage or so from the half-time, three-quarter stats. 68% at the moment for her, 15 from 22. Borlase 70%. Good shooting there from the Orioles, just not as many opportunities for them. Colbeck with a shot there for the Ravens.
And the difference out to 8.
Contact.
Late attempt there from Danny Grant. Has the penalty called against her. Ball advanced along.
Senor looking for Chamberlain, couldn't get to her. Hands in there from goalkeeper Alison Tucker.
Offside called against the Perth Orioles. Tucker to take it. Henderson, was never on that pass. Wallen was right with Ordine Cobb. Ball turned over now. Paulson. Chamberlain has it. Came on in the third quarter and did very well. Starts the fourth quarter off just as well. 33 plays 47 the margin.
Advantage
Played
offside.
1.5 minutes of this last quarter. A lot of changes made to the Orioles lineup. After the half-time break, the Ravens have yet to make a positional change in their 7 lineup. 33 plays 41. Paulson swings it back out to Wallen. Senor has 2 Ravens players over her.
Contact goal defender.
Contact there on Sally Browning. So it'll be a pass or shot for Poulsen. So take a look at a replay there. There's the contact. And Annette Poulsen has put that goal in, so it's 41 plays 34.
Advantage.
As the Ravens take it down court.
Centre contact. Pass the ball.
Danny Grant.
No, move back, centre, move back.
No, just been
Yep,
instructed
thank
to move back a little there by Jackie Deshari.
Advantage offside, centre. Contact goal defence. Pass or shot.
Edwards with an attempt there on Borlase, but just a bit too vigorous. And Borlase spots Colbeck. Once again, the Adelaide Ravens sinking that shot. 34 plays 42. Margin still 8, as it was at the half-time break. So the Ravens winning the first quarter, the second quarter. But the Orioles taking the third.
In line.
Senor to take the ball. Out to Nielsen.
Goal defender, you're holding up.
Heard the call there that Sally Browning is holding Kylie Chamberlain there, so Chamberlain will take the penalty.
Instruction. Advantage goal.
And she doesn't need the second shot. She gets it on the first. Keeps them in touch, but the Orioles really need to get a few more on board and stop the Ravens from scoring themselves. Take a look at the penalty count. The Orioles out 47. The Ravens with 34. And now the turnovers
On the wing.
a little closer there than we saw at half-time. The intercept 16 to the Ravens, 9 to the Orioles. That's quite a few that the Ravens have got there.
Half-time break, Simone, I don't know if you remember, but penalties were 26 apiece for both sides, but 17 more penalties were incurred in that third term by the Orioles.
And Sally Ironmonger trying to inspire her team here. She got the turnover, the crowd loved it. And just a wayward pass there from Roxanne Edwards.
So the hard work of Ironmonger gone missing. Ball ace right under the post. Ironmonger with the great jump. And the intercept turned it over, but the Orioles lost it on the sideline.
And again, as we rejoin play, we see Sally Ironmonger doing everything, even on the ground, trying to regain possession.
Take there from Cobb. Ball ace has the attention of Edwards over her shoulder, and I think it was also just a slight clip in the ear to Jenny Ball ace, but she takes the penalty. 35 plays 43.
I'm sure it was a friendly clip in the ear there as the Orioles take the centre pass. Paulson onto Senor. Chamberlain. They really need to score on this trip to the ring. Contact on Danny Grant there.
You're holding a goal defender.
Still holding the call on Sally Browning. Oh no, in fact, she's changed her mind. It's Alison Tucker who's holding. Either way, Chamberlain takes the shot and is successful, and she has a bit of a smile there. Score now with just under 10 minutes remaining in this match, 43 to 36. Let's take a look at that quarter-by-quarter score. Quite close in the first, only 1 goal the difference, but then in the second, the Ravens really kicked out. 8 goals they got out by in that second quarter. In the third quarter, the Orioles pegged back 1. It was 7 goals the difference. And at the moment, it's 8 goals the difference in the final quarter of the match. With 9.5 remaining, the Ravens out 44 to 36.
Good attempt there from Browning. She does get the intercept, but Tucker takes it quickly. Gets on with the action. Henderson moves it down the middle. Cobb balances well on one. Ball ace taken beautifully. Knew that Ironmonger was going to be in a fraction late. Held the ball up. Sally Ironmonger out. Ball ace for the Adelaide Ravens. Their captain misses one of the easier shots. But another contact called.
It looks like Sally Ironmonger's got a bit of a knock to the mouth here. She's in quite a bit of pain.
Looks fairly wonky as well, really oozy. Looks like she's about to, yeah, perhaps a knock underneath the chin.
Andrew Thompson, the physio. Let's have a look.
Ironmonger out of play at the moment. That's from her own player, Roxy Edwards.
It's not really what you'd want to do to one of your best defending players on the court, and Ironmonger really in a bit of trouble here. Quite a deal of pain. Di McDonald looking very concerned. She knows that Ironmonger is perhaps the key to her team's resurgence in this match. The whistle's been blown by Nola Kalnin, and Ironmonger is back on her feet, but still looking a little unsteady there. She'll be continuing, though, as the Ravens take the court again, and the crowd really giving Sally Ironmonger some support here.
Over here, goal defence is out of play. Over here, next to you, move back into goal attack. That's it, there you are.
And Colbeck takes the attempt and is successful.
Ravens.
So with under 9 minutes remaining in this match, the Ravens are out 45 to 36 and have the centre pass. Cobb bounce pass into Borlase, but a great intercept there from Roxanne Edwards. That's what the Orioles need. Out to Ironmonger. Edwards.
Goal shoot obstruction.
Borlase called for that obstruction. Paulson looking for some support.
Contact centre, Red.
Danny Gran on top of Nielsen there. Called for the contact into Paulson in the circle. And all net there for Annette Paulson. A great goal to get. And they're within 8 again, the Orioles, with the centre pass. Chamberlain.
Throw in.
Long hands there from Henderson. Had the tip and it came off the Orioles last by the looks of it. Yes, Tucker asking for indication along the baseline.
Contact goal attack.
As the Perth Orioles cheer squad, the dancers at the half-time break entertained us. And they're trying to inspire the Perth Orioles here this afternoon. Colbeck back to Cobb. Borlase moves that ball very quickly. Jenny Borlase back out of the circle, and a 3-second call on that pass.
Great defence there from the Perth Orioles. Ironmonger and Roxanne Edwards doing very well. Paulson onto Chamberlain. High pass into Paulson. And she does the right thing, Annette Paulson, and a bit of a clap there with just over 7 minutes remaining in this match. It's 45 to 38. Cobb onto Grant. Borlase.
High one.
Borlase with the high pass to Grant there, and she couldn't gather it in, so it's a turnover to the Orioles. Just what they needed at this stage of the match.
Contact Orioles, penalty pass.
But they've turned the ball over almost immediately. Contact there on Senor. So it's a penalty pass, and the Ravens now on attack through Henderson. Cobb onto Colbeck. Grant back to Cobb. Grant.
Contact centre Orioles.
Quite a bit of attention there on Audine Cobb, but she works well with Colbeck. High pass off to Borlase. And Ironmonger with her hands in there, and Borlase makes it with her second attempt. 46 plays 38.
Margin still out, just over 6 minutes remaining in this last quarter. Orioles captain Senor onto Paulson. Browning picks up Paulson again, but Chamberlain, the front option used. And it was an obstruction there from Tucker.
You're landing too early.
And you just heard it there from Nola Kalnin. She's just told Tucker that she's landing too early. Chamberlain makes that goal, and Di McDonald likes it. She's trying to encourage her side from the sideline, but it's the Ravens on the attack at the moment.
Play switch to Henderson. Advantage was called. Advantage offside, but now it's back in the goal third. Ironmonger to take it. Edwards in at goal defence. It was Nielsen in at centre after the half-time break.
And Henderson's called for holding. So Senor will take the pass. Short lob pass to Paulson there. And Paulson is doing the right thing. Let's take a look at those shooting stats. Kylie Chamberlain, 11 from 13 for 84%. And Annette Paulson, 15 from 19 after that last attempt. She's at 78%. So they're doing the right thing, the shooters, in the last quarter. And they've got
Browning
another
with an attempt there. But a contact call. Paulson now to take it. Tucker with the defensive action on Paulson. Shot with the Orioles, 41 plays 46, just over 4.5 minutes remaining in this last quarter. The margin, 5 to the Adelaide Ravens. Senor with the attempt at the intercept, but a contact called on her. Cobb, sorry, offloads very quickly. Grant speeded out to the pocket, but retrieved for the Ravens in the goal circle instead. Edwards out of play. Rebound taken by Colbeck.
Goalkeeper obstruction.
Anna Colbeck at the moment 20 from 27. Make that 21 from 28. Ravens leading by 6. 41 plays 47. Just under 4 minutes remaining in this fourth quarter.
And Kylie Chamberlain lines up for a long-range goal. Just bounces out there. Cobb onto Henderson. Back to Cobb with the long pass from Colbeck, but there were hands in there from the Orioles.
Ravens.
So the Ravens with the throw-in. Colbeck.
Centre contact, you're on top.
Contact there from the centre, Nielsen, but the Orioles have the turnover. A chance now to bring that margin back. But no, immediately it's a turnover to the Ravens again.
And Borlase wasn't happy with that last call, and she showed it to umpire Jackie Deshari.
Vanish contact, keeper.
Borlase into Colbeck.
Ironmonger keeping her body strong, not allowing Borlase to come around for the rebound.
Wing, penalty.
Wallen moves it on quickly. Roxy Edwards again. Paulson holds it up, steadies.
And Chamberlain not afraid to take these long-range goals. Successful on that attempt. And she had her fist in the air. So the Ravens with the centre pass.
Obstruction, wing attack.
Grant. Into Cobb. Borlase.
Obstruction.
The obstruction was called on Ironmonger. She's putting everything into this final 2.5 minutes of the match. And Borlase misses with that attempt. Perhaps Ironmonger's tactics are working here. But the Ravens still with the throw-in. And Borlase and Edwards having a bit of a stoush under the ring. The Orioles have the ball though. Nielsen, Senor onto Chamberlain. Chamberlain misses with the long-range shot. Strong work from Alison Tucker to hang on to that ball. But the contact's been called on goal attack, Annette Paulson. We're holding time here. Nola Calnan. Plays back on, and Grant. Long ball. Out to Colbeck. Back to Cobb.
Contact centre. Vantage contact wing.
Into Grant, but Ironmonger gets the hands in there. And it's a Ravens throw-in. Cobb to take it. High to Colbeck.
Centre offside. Free pass.
Centre offside there. Free pass to the Orioles. And they move quickly down the court. 5 behind with only a minute remaining in this match. Nielsen into Paulson. And just bouncing out there, Chamberlain working hard under the net. And Nola Calnan not letting a second pass. She's called time again. Chamberlain with the penalty shot. She reduces that margin and calls out in vain to Nola Calnan there about time wasting. But the Orioles with the centre pass behind by 4, 47 to 43. Under a minute remaining in this match. Contact called on Kylie Chamberlain there. So the Ravens will have the chance with the pass for the difference. Colbeck into Grant. Cobb. Borlase out of the circle. Henderson. Working with Audine Cobb there. Grant into Borlase.
Advantage, contact, you're pushing back.
And a great goal there from Borlase. Takes it out again to 5. Timekeeper's up. In fact, that is the match. Nola Calnon calls time. In the end, it was 5 the difference. The Adelaide Ravens 48, the Perth Orioles 43 as the girls shake hands. And it was a great match to start off the season. Sally Ironmonger did very well for the Orioles, but let's take a look at the team statistics for the match. The penalties there really hurting the Orioles. They gave away 60, the Ravens 44. In intercepts, the Ravens took 6 more than the Orioles. And turnovers 23 to the Ravens, 15 to the Orioles. That gave the Ravens a lot more possession, and we really see that in the attempts taken at goal. 71 attempts by the Ravens, 55 from the Orioles, and that final score, 48 for the Ravens, played 43 for the Orioles.
Glad to get that one out of the way, Jenny.
Yeah, so it was a tough game for us, but a great way for the Mazda Ravens to start the season, and we look forward to next week now.
Started off the first quarter very well, out by 1, half-time out by 8. But you lost the third and fourth quarter, probably the downers for the Ravens.
Yeah, we've got a bit to work on still. They brought out a new side, and it took a while for us to adjust. But we hung in there, we stuck to our game plan, and came up with the result that we were looking for.
How much is a thorn in the most of the sides will Sally Ironmonger be?
Oh, look, she's a great competitor, and she's got a ginormous arm, as you saw tonight, and you know, she's going to be a tough one to beat for all sides, and always going to be a great help for the Perth Orioles.
Good shooting from Anna Colbeck, first year up with the Ravens. Also, Audine Cobb fed you very well.
Yes, both of them, their first game for the Mazda Ravens, they did a great job, and I'm sure they'll feel much more comfortable and confident going into the next game against the Thunderbirds next week.
Great start for the Adelaide Ravens. Thanks, Jenny.
Thank you.
We hope you've enjoyed today's match from Perth. Be sure to join Steve Rebillard tomorrow at 9:30 when he presents all the action from the clash between the Adelaide Thunderbirds and the Melbourne Phoenix. Then next Friday, make sure you tune in to round 2 of the Commonwealth Bank Trophy. It's an all-Adelaide clash between the Thunderbirds and the Ravens. Then on Saturday at 1 o'clock, join us as we bring you the match between the Sydney Sandpipers and the Melbourne Kestrels. It's bound to be a great contest.